Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this February 26th. Here we go into the weekend, and it's going to be a great weekend in that we're going to finally see some warm temperatures for several days. And things are improving as far as the weather is concerned. We're finally shaking off this winter-type system that brought us the gray skies yesterday and the chilly winds, and for some of you, a little mixed precipitation. We had reports of rain, sleet, snow, graupel, hail, sleet, rain, sleet, graupel, snow showers. Yeah, it got crazy there for a while. It was just little ice pellets that came down at times mixed with rain or a snowflake, and then everything. The good news is temperatures stayed above freezing enough to where everything melted on contact, so we didn't really have any issues as far as that's concerned. This morning, we're starting out with temperatures in the mid-30s for the most part. Because of the cloud cover acting as a blanket, it has kept our temperatures up. Like, we're at 35 right now in Bowling Green as of 4:41 a.m. Central Time. Time check, time stamp here on the podcast. But where I'm seeing skies clearing back to the west of us in western Kentucky, temperatures have dropped into the upper 20s to low 30s because now that blanket of clouds is gone. But some clouds are starting to move back in. We're going to start the day with mainly cloudy skies, but gradually, as we go through the afternoon, we should begin to see some sunshine trying to work back in, and it should end up being just a little bit warmer today than it was yesterday. But all that precipitation now is gone. We finally got rid of that upper low-pressure system, that upper wave, and the associated troughs that were pinwheeling back behind it, so this is going to be good for us. We're going to shake off the winter and move into more of a spring-like pattern over the course of the weekend. Yesterday's high ended up being 42 degrees as predicted. That happened a little bit after 2 o'clock at the Bowling Green Airport. 53 is the average high, so we were 11 degrees below the average high for the day. 36 was our low temperature. 32 is the average low. So we were 4 degrees above the average low. 1 year ago, we had a high of 37 and a low of 16 back in 2015. Just 1/100th of an inch of, well, whatever precipitation we picked up yesterday. Once you melt it down, just a drop in the bucket. Today, as I mentioned, cloud cover this morning to greet you as you head off to work or to school or wherever you may be going. But gradually throughout the day, we should begin to see some clearing taking place with some sunshine and a high of 46, a few degrees warmer than yesterday. A wind from the west at 8 miles per hour, not quite as breezy as yesterday either. Tonight, mainly clear, but chilly. We'll get down one more time to about 30. After today, that is when the warm-up really takes hold, with a more southerly wind flow for Saturday. Beautiful sunshine, southwesterly breeze at say 10 to 15, a high of 61. We've bumped up that number just a bit. 61 now, with a low of 41 under a clear sky for Saturday night. Sunday, we'll see a few more clouds, but that's when we're going to warm up all the way to 72. 72 now is the forecast high for Sunday. Southwest winds at 16 to, say, 25. It will be breezy, but a warm breeze at that. And then the first in a series of little systems try to work through. This one fairly weak for Sunday night. We'll see some showers moving through the area with a low of 47, but those will quickly move out by Monday morning. And then we'll see a return to sunshine on Monday for the last day of February and a high of 61. So a bit cooler than Sunday, but not colder, just cooler. Then as a warm front passes through once again for the first day of March, we're going to start warm on Tuesday, which is the beginning of the new month. And we'll see 69, maybe 70 once again. We bumped that number up just a bit as the warmer air takes hold just before. Here we go again. Another cold front makes its way through the area. And we're going to, see another front come through, and therefore a chance of showers, even a few thunderstorms as we get into Tuesday night. We'll see a low of 41, and we've made a major change here to the Wednesday-Thursday forecast as some of the newer models have come in with a trend cooler by Wednesday. We're going to go now with a high of 50, just near 50 on Wednesday with a chance of rain showers. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, another cold front comes in, and that's going to reinforce the cooler air. And we could see a brief period of some light snow showers mixing with rain, but temperatures like this last time will be too warm for it to be any big deal. And we'll see a high of 48 by next Thursday. But that's next Thursday. Don't worry about that right now. And it's not going to be anything to be concerned about. I think we've turned the corner finally on some of these big systems coming in and producing major snows. If we keep getting these long spells of warm weather like we did last week or earlier this week where we had 5 or 6 days well above freezing, this weekend into the beginning of next week, another 5, almost 6 days of well above freezing and above average temperature. Anytime one of these colder systems come in, it's going to be hard, really difficult to produce any measurable snowfall. There could be maybe 1 or 2. We're keeping an eye on something maybe coming around and I mentioned this last week, something maybe coming around March 5th or 6th, which would be next Friday or Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in that time frame. We'll see. It happened last year, as I mentioned before. It could happen again, but it's going to be very difficult now that we're getting into this warmer pattern, longer days, sun angle much higher. So a lot of things are working against it. So let's look at the positive instead of the negative. So enjoy the weekend because it's going to be fantastic. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless as always, and thank you so much for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. Then join me later this afternoon for the Chris Allen Radio Show at Classic Hits Sam 100.7 between 3 and 7 p.m.